Hi, good morning. It's Saturday, the 17th of October, 2020. Hope everybody had a good week. This week was unusual for me because I think I mentioned it before. I had jury duty this week. Started actually Tuesday. I went to work Monday, then I had jury duty for the rest of the week, and I'm going to be on jury duty for the next 3 weeks, except for Thursdays. And then that last week, because it's election day, I'm off, so I'll go to work that Tuesday and then go back to a grand jury duty service I have for the rest of that week, and then my grand jury duty service is over by the 6th of November. So it was an unusual week in that, we had to get used to, because I've never been on the grand jury duty service before. I was on a trial jury for like a civil case, I think, and then was it a real case? Yeah, I think it was two civil cases. Yeah, before. I don't think I was on a criminal case ever before, but I was on, I think, two civil cases before. So this is the first time I'm on a grand jury duty service, and it's unusual in that grand jury duty services that you get different cases from the assistant district attorneys. They come in and they show us. There's about 23 people in the grand jury duty service, and the assistant district attorneys, come in and they present a case to you, and then you have to vote to indict them or not to indict or to dismiss the charge. Okay, so indict them or not indict them. Okay, dismiss the charge or indict them, and then the case will go to trial. So, and basically we get cases every day, and sometimes they don't finish the case, which I thought was what they do. They present the case and then you vote on it, but sometimes they just present the case to you and then they come back later and stuff. So I think we had up to 9 cases this week, and I think we only voted on 3 or 4. Well, actually, I think we voted on the majority of them. I think there's only like 2 left, and sometimes they're complicated because sometimes they have multiple defendants and stuff. So it's a little complicated, and it's like I said, it gives you a whole new insight to criminal trials, and it also proves that old adage that nothing good happens at night. Okay, that just proves that theory that nothing happens at night. Nothing good happens at night when you're outside. Most of the crimes and stuff happen at night and stuff. But we had a variety of cases, but I can't discuss that obviously here. But it's very interesting. Like I said, and so it's very interesting to see how the criminal justice system works and stuff, and how it's set up and stuff. So, stuff that you don't think about consciously and stuff. But the criminal justice system is it's very interesting. Like I said, you have very interesting uh, cases and stuff. So it's good, I guess, to see how the way the system works. From the beginning of it to like that. So, but anyway, like I said, I have 3 more weeks of it. Like I said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I go to the grand jury service, and then Thursday I go back to work, and then Friday I go back to the grand jury service, and then the weekend, and then I do the same thing for the week after, and then that last week I go to work. I go to grand jury service on that Monday. Then that Tuesday is election day, so the court is closed. So I go back to work, and then Wednesday until the Thursday, Friday, and then to the 6th, and then I'm through with my grand jury service. I know they were saying, and oh yeah, speaking of another thing, a grand jury service, they make me the foreman. I don't know how he picked me, because when we first stand up, you got to take the oath. Everybody stands up, and then they have to pick a foreman, and then an assistant foreman. Assistant foreman, she controls like I guess she takes she's the calendar. She like what happens in court. Like if you're waiting around, then the trial starts, and then when it ends, and then when the new one starts, like she takes care of the time like that. And then we also have 2 secretaries that sit to the left of me, and like I said, they made me the foreman. I don't know how he picked me out of everybody as a foreman. I don't know if because I had trials, I was on 2 trials before. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know how they picked me out of everybody, but and then so I have to sit basically uh, all the way to the right when when they bring in the witnesses and stuff, and they said they got to get sworn in and stuff. And basically I swear them in, and say that there's enough people there to start a trial, so that's, to start a presentation, and then I get up and remind the jurors, that we have enough people for a quorum and what the rules is for voting, but before we vote. And then when we get ready to vote, I ask everybody if they're ready, and then I read the charge, and then I say, by show of hands, do we vote to indict? And then when we go get because everybody have to step out when we vote. It's just this attorney and the guards and stuff. They have to step out, and then I tell them to come in, and I tell them what did we vote for indictment or we don't vote for indictment, and then that case is closed. And then, like I said, we have to write everything on a piece of paper, to keep track of the trial. So, and he also told me that at the end, like I said, the 6th is our last day, and then he said somebody has to come back, either the foreman or the assistant foreman, comes back and sign the indictments things. I don't want to do it, so I'm gonna ask the assistant forewoman chick if she wants to do that, because you get paid for that day and be off. But I'm gonna be done when I'm done by the 6th. So if she wants to come back in and have that day off and get paid for it, so you can have that. I won't fight you on that. You can have that. Or if I do have to do it, if she don't want to do it, I'll just come in the morning and sign those things, and then and then go to work. I'll just do it that way. I ain't gonna miss work, because my friend was telling me how it's getting busy. The dude, like I said, I'm the only one in the print shop, and the guy that works next door to me, he does a totally different function. He's gonna be he's kind of covering for me, and he's telling me how it's getting more busier and stuff because more people are coming back to work, so they're getting more jobs. And then plus he has his jobs he has to do and stuff, and then they're doing moves in the building and stuff, and they want lamination done, and it's like a whole big thing, and he's kind of stressed out. And because I've talked to him like 2 or 3 times this week, and so I kind of wrote an email letter to the boss, who's temporary, because my manager, she's out, she had a foot surgery, but so we have to have one other girl covering for my manager. So I wrote to her and tell her, listen, why don't you see if you can bring back one of the print guys that's been furloughed and have them cover while I'm gone, because it seems like this guy's getting overwhelmed with his jobs and my jobs and stuff. And then so she said, well, it's not up to her, it's up to the client. It's basically up to the parent company, if they want to say. And so so I told him that, and I think the only way that's going to happen is if he screws up on the job. Say, listen, but you can't, you don't want to purposely screw up on the jobs, but maybe that you have to do that, and then that way they'll prove to them, listen, you need to bring somebody back because it's getting busier, and he can't do his job and my job and stuff. So unfortunately, if you screw up those jobs, maybe they'll bring somebody back. They'll bring one of the furlough guys back. Anyway, like I said, and as far as time is concerned, like my job only pays for 3 days, so basically I have to use my vacation days and my sick days, and I had a personal day, so that way it'll cover most of the time except for the last 4 days. So that way at least I'll get paid for the majority of time for my job, because I'll have to use my personal time. But I told her, I got to check my email, because I told her, because like I said, the Wednesday was covers the last 3 days that the company pays for jury duty service, which is, to me, is ridiculous. Well, they should cover the whole thing. Why? Because you're serving a function. So why wouldn't you pay for all of the jury duty service? To me, that makes no sense. But they only cover 3 days, so I have to use my personal time and, like I said, my personal days, my vacation time, and my sick days. Unfortunately, I have enough time to cover everything, and that would leave me with one, like, a vacation day. But we kind of earn 2 days, I think about 2 days a month. So I wrote my boss and told her to cover all the time except 4 days, except the last 4 days of the grand jury duty service. So that way I could have those days, because I want to take vacation in December. So I want to have enough time that I can, in November, I can take a day off here, a day off there, and then maybe take a week in December, or a week or 7 days in December, uh, in terms of vacation. So, but I emailed her, and I gotta check my email because I didn't check it yesterday to see if that's doable. Because I don't know if she can put it in there that that I'm off, but I ain't getting paid for it. So, but if not, I'll just charge the days, and then I'll just I'll just take when by the time December rolls around, I think I'll earn maybe maybe at least 3 or 4 more days, or maybe 5 days, and then the one day I have left, so at least I'll have a week to take off in December. So anyway, I know that's a little bit complicated, but I'll check my email and see if that's doable. If she tells me that, yeah, you earn like a day and a half or 2 days a month, so that way I would have, if it's 2 days, then I would have October, November, December. That's 6 days, and then one day, so that'd be like 7 days I've earned at that point in December. So then I'll tell them just take charge all my days, all my time up, so that way I'll get paid for all the days I'm on jury duty service. Plus, I should be getting paid from the grand jury duty. They got because I think they're supposed to send you the money like 6 to 8 weeks after your grand duty service. They send you a check, so I should get that money too as well. So, and I should get that just for having to use up all my time, to cover the grand jury duty service. So that way I get it covered by my job, and then I get the money for the days that I serve on the grand jury. So that's something to look forward to, and I guess in December. But anyway, like I said, it's interesting looking the way the system works here in the United States. It's the way things work, and like I said, nothing good happens at night, or nothing good happens in the daytime too, depending on the case you have. But anyway, that's another rant. But anyway, today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a haircut next week. I was thinking about getting it this week, but I'll wait till next weekend, and I'll go to the barbershop and get my hair cut. But what I'm going to do today is I haven't done any Mr. Nightmare thing in in a while. So I think there's 3 new ones. I was looking before. So what I'm going to do is react and review to 3 Mr. Nightmare. I think it's 3. The last time I looked, so hopefully it's not 4. But I want to react to that this morning, to Mr. Nightmare, and see if I can upload those later today. And also, there's Gods and Monsters. I want to watch that. It's I think a Netflix thing with what's the guy? The guy from The Maze Runner. I forgot the actor's name. Who I think would be a great Nightwing if they ever make that movie, give him a solo movie, or if they ever bring him into the DCEU. I wanted to make a movie about that. Well, anyway, the actor, I forgot the actor's name, but he was in the Maze Runner movies. The lead actor. I always said that. I think that I did a video about it a long time ago on my other channel, Using the Pain, where I talked about he would make a great Dick Grayson. I know in Zack Snyder's verse, Dick Grayson is dead, but now that they're doing the whole multiverse thing, they can actually bring him in. Okay, maybe even under Robert Pattinson and stuff. But anyway, version of Batman. And anyway, or even, oh yeah. So like I said, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. But yeah, Gods and Monsters, I think that came out yesterday. I think that's on Netflix, so I'm going to watch that today too. So look for my review of that. But I'm going to do my Mr. Nightmare things now. I have to, like I said, I slept in a little bit today because, like I said, I've been getting up my regular time from work, 5:30, even though I don't have to be to court until like 9 o'clock. So what I do is I wake up my regular time and just chill. And I leave my house like 5 after 8 because I get, it's a couple of train rides. And I usually get to the court building like about, off the train like around 8:35. Like I said, we don't have to be in the court till 9 o'clock. And then the cases usually don't start until, I think, like either just before 9, just before 10, or after 10. Usually the cases start then. And usually, like I said, we usually we get a break in there. We do present the case and stuff, and then we usually get a break in there, a break in the morning, then a break in the afternoon, like a 15-minute break here and there, and then usually the court office is good because they usually give us like an hour and a half lunch, which is really good. I like that. And so we usually get an hour and a half break, and then, like I said, one day we got out early, like I think 3:45. I think we got out, but I think Friday we got out like 4. It's like 4:30. No, it's like 4:45. I think, and then we got out. They let us go. But most of the cases, I think the other case that we had Thursday, I think we got out after 5. Like it was like 5:30 or something like that. They usually tell you that they like to let you go before 5, but sometimes the case runs a little bit long, so that's okay. Because I thought maybe that they would present before I was on the grand jury duty service, that they would the cases would be presented in the morning, then they let you go for the rest of the day. But that's not the way it works, because you get cases from every assistant district attorney the whole day long like that. Whenever there's a case, they send it down because we're on a panel. Okay, and actually there's I think 3 other panels. Actually, I think it's 3 panels right now, and I think next week it's supposed to be another panel. So starts, I think. So I think it's going to be 4 panels. There was 2 panels that started, I think, that are going on right now, and then we started this week. There's 3 panels, and then there's going to be another panel that starts next week. So I don't know if the case is going to slow down because there'll be 4 panels working it. Because I think there's the 2 panels that are before us, A and B panel, they end on the 30th of October. So starting next week, there'll be 4 panels. So I don't know if we'll get as many cases as we did before. But then again, like I said, crime never stops for anything. So, and I think they were a little backed up because of the pandemic. I think they were doing virtual things before, but you never know what they're doing right now. How the panels. So, but like I said, the other 2 panels that start before us, they end on the 30th. So there'll be 4 panels starting Monday. There'll be 4 panels at once. So I think that's enough panels to handle a lot of the cases. So I don't know if won't get as many panels or if it'll slow down. Hey, I don't know how that works. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, but crime never stops. So I'm sure there's always potential crimes that happen every day that you never hear about, and stuff. So, but anyway, like I said, so I'm gonna do my Mr. Nightmare reactions this morning, and I'm gonna see if I can do that. I think I can do those in an hour because usually they're like 15 minutes, most of them. So if I can do 3 Mr. Nightmare things in an hour, and then do Gods and Monsters, and then watch that, and then go out and go to the cleaners, run my errands and stuff, then come back. Then I can upload those Mr. Nightmare videos, and then record my review of Gods and Monsters, and then I'll probably upload that tomorrow morning. Like I said, maybe next week I will do I'll do a digital code giveaway contest, and then also I gotta check because I gave the two of the 3 winners their codes, but I've been waiting for the 3rd guy to contact me, so I gotta check my email and see if he contacted me, because I've been looking on my Twitter, but I haven't heard not Twitter, my Instagrams, but he hasn't contacted me, so I'm gonna make sure I give him his prize, and then if I don't hear from him, I'll put it back in the pool by next week. If I don't hear from him, but I'll keep checking to see, and like I said, next week I'll probably do another digital code giveaway. So anyway, like I said, jury duty has been interesting. Like I said, it's been getting cool too in the morning. Like I said, it's usually like in the 50s in the morning, and usually it's been going up to the 60s and stuff. Like Friday it rained, so like I said, we usually get an hour and a half for lunch. So I went out and got pizza. Oh yeah, speaking of food there, because normally I bring my lunch to work, and usually like on Fridays I go out to eat out, but now I have to eat out all the time because you have to go out. So I think I went to McDonald's once, I went to Subway once, then I went to the pizza shop twice. Get a one slice of pizza. That's nothing. Usually, like it's what I discovered, because you got to find a place to hang out, because you don't want to directly go back into the courtroom right away. So there's a park there, but the park looks kind of sketchy. So I discovered behind the building there's benches behind the court building, uh, which are nice. So if the weather is not too cold, I'll just hang out there and like what I did Friday, because it rained. I ate my pizza, then I came back in the courtroom, and you could actually outside, before they close the door when we leave to go to lunch, and then they lock it, and then he opens it just before the time we're supposed to come back. And there's benches there that you can sit on. Yeah. So and plus you can get Wi-Fi. So I came back in and sat on the bench and just put on the Wi-Fi and just watch First Take and stuff like I usually watch when I'm at work at lunch. I watch a little First Take, ESPN and stuff, and I did that for basically for the hour because until they opened back up the courtroom and we went in. So like I said, it's very interesting. Like I said, I don't know why they made me the foreman, but I'm the foreman, and and I basically have to, like I said, tell them there's enough people for a quorum, swear in the witnesses, and then start the vote, and tell the district attorney when they come back we voted and this is what we decided on. So, like I said, because I thought I would just blend into the background, but unfortunately, they made me the foreman. And a lot of people are telling me that I'm glad it's you, not me. So basically, you got to speak every day, which is especially when you got a mask on. So hey, it is what it is. Anyway, so I'm rambling a lot. So look for my Mr. Nightmare reaction videos, and also, like I said, I've been bringing these James Patterson novels. These are the Alex Cross novels that I got. I think about 15 of these, but there's a couple of them that I don't have, which I think I'm going to buy. But I've been kind of going back over the ones I've read before and bringing those to court. And during the downtime, just like before court starts and when we get a break, just reading them and stuff. And when you come back from lunch, reading a little bit, and then at lunchtime, reading a little bit of it. But so it's nice to revisit those Alex Cross novels. But anyway, I hope everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe, be well. Okay, and like I said, the weather's changing, but you still have to worry about COVID. So wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, in the court, they separate everybody now in the new court building. There's more seats in there, and you have to social distance. So they have this they spaced it out. They have a lot more chairs in the grand jury room, and they have it spaced out, which is the way it's supposed to be. So, and everybody has to wear their mask, of course, obviously. So anyway, and when people testify, they have like face shields and stuff, which is good. So we social distancing, and they have the sanitizer in the courtroom and stuff, and they have, like I said, 2 bathrooms right in the grand jury room. They have 2 bathrooms, so in case you have to go to the bathroom real quick, you have it right there, and you don't have to go back out because they do have bathrooms in the hallways with stalls and stuff. They have toilets and stuff in the grand jury room, which is good. So you can freshen up real quick, or even like I said, when the trial is going on, if you have to if you can't hold it, you can jump pop right in and take a piss and come back out, which is really smart thinking. Anyway, hope everyone have a great weekend. Stay safe, be well, social distancing, and all that stuff. Again, look for those reviews of Gods and Monks. I want to watch that today, and my Mr. Nightmare videos. Okay, look for those. I'm going to hope to upload those today, so you can watch those later today. Okay, and links to my social media are in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel, called Views and Opinions. Check that out as well. And this is Trepacer saying so long, and take care.